Greetings and welcome to Alpha Bravo Pinball. I'm Andre, and today I'm excited to show you a really cool game you might not have seen before by a company you might not know ever made pinball machines before, and that is Breakshot by Capcom Pinball. We'll go through a bit of the history around the game, we'll take an up-close look at the playfield, and I'll show you how to play it. Let's get started. Released by Capcom Pinball in May of 1996, Breakshot is a pool-themed pinball machine designed by Greg Kmiec. And wow, just in that one sentence, there's a few things to unpack. Have you heard of Greg Kmiec? He's kind of a big deal in the world of pinball, you know. And what? Capcom made pinball machines? We'll get to that. But first, pool, a theme that seems to go hand in hand with pinball. Breakshot is nowhere near the first pool game. On the contrary, it's continuing a very long tradition of pool-themed pinball games. There's been so many different pool-themed machines over the years, it's kind of nuts. Believe it or not, pool as a pinball theme predates even pinball machines having flippers. Here's a few significant other machines of the past featuring a pool theme in chronological order. Maybe you've heard of some of these. There's Gottlieb's Bank-A-Ball from 1965 and Hot Shot from 1973. Throughout these decades, Gottlieb was king of pinball and put out a ton of pool-themed games. Moving on to the solid-state era, we had Bally 8-Ball from 1977, selling a monster 20,000 copies, one of the best-selling games of all time. It was followed by Bally's 8-Ball Deluxe, also hugely successful, which spawned a limited edition variant the following year. By 1990, there weren't quite as many pool-themed games, but there were still some. The last one to be released just before Breakshot in 1996 was Gottlieb's Cue Ball Wizard in 1992. Now a little bit about Breakshot designer Greg Kmiec. He worked at Bally for most of his career, starting from the mid-1970s, and was just absolutely prolific, releasing multiple titles per year during the boom of the solid-state era, a period when Bally was dominating the industry. He had some monster sellers in his portfolio of games. Maybe you've heard of some of these. Here are Greg Kmiec's 5 most best-selling titles. In 5th place, we have Supersonic with over 10,000 units. Then we have the iconic Xenon in 4th place with 11,000 units. In 3rd place, Bobby Orr's Power Play sold over 13,000 units. Then in 2nd place, Harlem Globetrotters on Tour with over 14,000 units. And finally, Greg Kmiec's #1 top-selling game, Captain Fantastic, at over 16,000 units. One thing that Greg Kmiec did not do during his time at Bally was design a pool-themed game. I'll link below to his full list of releases, but as you'd see, after Williams acquired Bally at the end of the 1980s, Kmiec would release only one additional game under the Bally brand, but manufactured by Williams. It seemed he did not join the ranks of other Bally employees going to work full-time for Williams after the merger. This takes us to a few years later with the formation of Capcom Pinball. In the 1990s, Capcom was a pretty well-known name in arcades, not for their pinball machines, but rather their Street Fighter II video arcade. Fun fact, there actually is a Street Fighter II pinball machine that was made, but that machine was made by Gottlieb under license. It's not even a Capcom pinball machine. Capcom Pinball simply hadn't been created yet. The beginning of Capcom Pinball happened a few years later, and although it was a brand new pinball company, they had with them some serious pinball experience and talent. Notable employees included Mike Stroll, Mark Ritchie, and Python Angelo, all formerly of Williams. Even with all this experience and some great games, sadly, Capcom Pinball only ever managed to put out 4 titles in full production. Pinball Magic, Airborne, Breakshot, of course the subject of our video today, and Flipper Football. Note the comparatively small number of units here too. The games were well made. They featured Capcom's homegrown pinball system with some really nice diagnostic features for operators that went even beyond what Williams was doing at the time, yet nevertheless, they didn't make it, and Capcom Corporate pulled the plug after just a few short years. When we look at a chart of pinball companies of the 1980s and 90s, this is what things looked like. You have Bally and Williams, both around for many decades until Williams eventually acquires Bally at the end of the 80s. You have Gottlieb, king of the electromechanical era, but who would eventually disappear in the mid-90s. You have the company that would eventually turn into modern-day Stern. They started out as Data East at the end of the 80s, and after a few ownership changes, they became Stern, the only company still making pinball machines today that was around during the 90s. And finally, you have Capcom, a tiny blip, appearing and disappearing just that quickly. There's some other pinball companies that have come and gone like this, of course, but the reason I'm putting Capcom next to these others is to show you what their competition would have been like at the time. Remember that during those Capcom years, even Williams, who made some of the best games of the 90s, were facing a sales decline and would shut down pinball just a few years later. When you look at this, it's easy to imagine during the boom years of 1992, someone thinking, wow, this is a great time for pinball, a great time maybe for a new pinball company. But things changed fast, and by the time Capcom games hit the market, it really was a different story. All right, we're done with our history lesson. That was your quick recap of the context behind the release of Capcom's Breakshot. Now let's take a look at the game close up and we'll see what we've got. I'm fortunate to have on loan a near pristine copy of the game. Wow, it's just so clean. In terms of mods and aftermarket upgrades, I'll note the use of silicone rubbers here. The LED lighting, the original would have been incandescent lighting, as well as the color DMD display. The original would have been a monochrome orange display. Breakshot is a 3-flipper game with a pretty standard bottom 2-flipper arrangement and a small third flipper on the top right of the game. As you can see, it has no ramps and was made at the time to be a more affordable, simpler title. This simple style of game fits right in with the pool theme, and the game's design is, of course, very much an ode to pinball games of the past. It's a pretty simple game to walk up to and understand, too. You're basically playing different games of pool in which you have to collect pool balls. Your progress is shown in the center of the playfield, and the different balls light up as you collect them. I really love it when a game shows you progress right in front of you. It's not always possible as a player to look up at the screen while playing, so this is great and much appreciated. Let's go through all the shots now from left to right, and I'll point out the different features in pool balls you collect for each shot as I go. At the very left is a 3-bank set of drop targets with a stand-up target behind the drop targets. Depending on the mode, you may need to get all the drops down as well as hit the stand-up or only the drops. The stand-up target is flanked by posts, and as a result, you need to be really precise for it to register a hit. This area awards either the 6 or 14 ball. Note also the yellow square that says Spots Ball. Keep an eye on that, and when it's lit, it will award a ball also. Next is the left orbit. This shot can either dump the ball into the pop bumpers at the top of the game, but the game has controllable gates at the top and can send the ball all the way back down the right orbit. The left orbit also has a yellow Spots Ball insert that can light, as well as the all-important Super Q blue arrow. Each of these spots a ball. Speaking of that top area with the rollover lanes and pop bumpers, a couple of things to note. First, that section of the playfield is pretty important as there are several pool balls to collect up there on the rollover lanes. 1, 2, 3, and 9, 10, 11. As on older games, it's great nudging practice to try to get the exact lane you need when only one of them is lit for a ball. And second, the top area on Breakshot is home to the famous Kmiec red post. Put this one in the category of fun fact, definitely not relevant to gameplay. Designer Greg Kmiec was known to put an outlier red post in each of his games. Sure enough, Breakshot is no exception. Tucked away at the very top of the game, you can't really even see it when playing, is the Greg Kmiec red post. But back to our shots overview, though. Just to the right of the left orbit is the captive ball. Bash on this a whole bunch to earn an extra ball. And in certain modes, it will spot a ball as well. Progress towards the extra ball is shown on the green inserts just to the right. Just to the left and right of the center area of the game, we have 2 yellow stand-up targets, and they're pretty important. The one on the left gets you the 4 or 12 ball, depending on which is lit, and the one is right can get you the 5 or 13 ball. But perhaps even more important are the purple triangle inserts in front of each target. Those say lights super Q and is what turns on those blue arrows at the orbits. And that awards a ball for just making the orbit. As you'll see in a minute when we get to gameplay, you can make a lot of progress in the game just by using the super Qs. So you'll be shooting at these targets quite a bit. In the center of the game, the most prominent feature of Breakshot by far is the lock area with the billiard pockets. Breakshot has two main multi-balls, a 2-ball and a 3-ball, and in both cases, balls are locked in this area here. Basically, after you shoot a ball into that area, a metal post will come up, and the ball will come down to rest against it. Shoot the ball against the metal post, and the kinetic energy will transfer through the metal post and into the ball, sending it into a pocket. Just like the kinetic energy transfers from one pool ball into another. Well, you look at that. For a 3-ball multi-ball, you'll lock a second ball the same way and then shoot the center shot to start multi-ball. But what if locking the second ball, it comes to rest on the side that already has a ball locked? No problem. The designers thought of that. As you see, there's these little one-way metal flaps inside there that will send the ball to the other side. So you can always lock a ball in on one side and then on the other side. Once in multi-ball, you'll be shooting shots up the middle for jackpots. Notice also these inserts just below the lock area with 3 awards: points, special, and extra ball. During 9-ball, you'll be awarded whichever is lit with a shot up the middle. At the top right of the game is the second 3-bank drop target set, also with a stand-up target behind. It works just like the first one and awards balls 7 or 15. This set of targets can be shot at from all 3 flippers, by the way. I find it especially satisfying to backhand those shots from the bottom right flipper. The right orbit functions almost exactly as the left one. It can send the ball into the rollover lanes and pop bumpers, or it can send the ball back down the left orbit. The biggest difference, of course, is the mini flipper just below it. The mini flipper can shoot at either the targets or the right orbit that we just talked about, but it can also shoot the bank shot lane, which is just above to the left of the drop targets. This lane is very difficult to make from anything except the mini flipper, and with enough shots can award big points and big progress on the games of pool. Finally, on the right side of the game, closer to the bottom, is the 8-ball saucer. In addition to collecting the 8-ball, of course, there are several other awards available here. You can get a collect bonus when that's lit, and then 2 other interesting features. Ballorama triggers the start of a 2-ball multi-ball, and Call Your Shot can drastically speed up completing games of pool and getting to multi-ball. These will make a lot more sense seeing the game in action. So with that, let's switch to our multi-camera rig and play some Breakshot. All right, folks, let's play some Breakshot.
Breakshot! Let's play 8-ball.
So what you'll see when you start Breakshot is you'll be awarded either solids or stripes, so you have to collect all the balls. It doesn't really matter which because it's all the same shots. After collecting all of those, you get the 8-ball, of course, to complete 8-ball, just like in pool. After playing 8-ball, the game will send you into 9-ball, and 9-ball is a little bit more difficult. Here, let me just take a break from explaining here. We'll call the center shot. And we got it. All right. So there's actually different things that can help shortcut the game. Call Your Shot is one of them. So before I explain, get back to 8-ball, 9-ball rotation. When you roll over the left in lane, if you go to the saucer, we will get Call Your Shot, in which you have one switch hit to make the shot that you selected. So I just completed very much of a shortcut through 8-ball, and now I'm in 9-ball. Like I was starting to say, 9-ball is a little bit more difficult than 8-ball because you have to make all the shots in order this time, 1 through 9. The third of 3 pool games that you play here is called rotation, and rotation is more difficult still. You have to get 1 through 15 this time, all 15 balls in order again, so by far the most difficult. If it sounds like a lot, there's a bunch of helpers. That was one of them, and that was the best one, right? It completes the 1 of 3 pool games for you towards the wizard mode. Another significant one is Super Q. As you'll see right now, I've got blue flashing arrows on the orbits. As I shoot the orbits, I will actually be awarded balls, and it's quite significant. You could actually just get complete the entire game all the way up to the wizard mode using only the orbits when Super Q is lit. Super Q, by the way, is lit by hitting the yellow stand-up targets just to the left and right of the center shots. You'll see some purple triangles flashing. When you hit those, it'll light the opposite Super Q. So there's another Super Q. And we're about halfway through 9-ball.
The 5-ball.
So speaking of the center, of course, the other prominent feature on Breakshot is the ball lock mechanism in the middle. It has this post that can come up and down. When you get balls in there, the post comes up, and then you hit the post, and it will lock balls in the side pockets, like that. So do that twice, and then the third one, the center shot will actually start multi-ball. There you go, the outlane kicker put one in there for me. So let's go ahead and start a multi-ball if we can. All the while collecting pool balls, of course.
Go for the Super Q. Trick shot.
All right, there's ball 2 in the side pocket. Now one more ball up the middle. We'll start multi-ball. Breakshot Frenzy. So yeah, you can go back to the middle. That's the jackpot shot. Or if you're trying to chase the wizard mode, instead of going up the middle, you can just do some Super Qs and while in the safety of multi-ball, make progress on your game. That's probably what I'll do here. Just try to get to the wizard mode. Big points in the wizard mode. In my experience, far more valuable than the jackpots during multi-ball, but that might just be me. Not that we've done much here. We're pretty much flailing. There you go. Super Q.
Super Q. The 9-ball.
The 10-ball.
Shoot for the Super Q.
Whew. All right, we've got 4 more balls, and we're almost at Cutthroat Countdown. Oh, there's a jackpot. And a Super Q. All right, 2 more balls. Orbits are lit. There's another.
15-ball.
Last one. There you go. All right, we're at Cutthroat Countdown.
Shoot for the jackpot.
Now we're still in multi-ball, but we are in the wizard mode. No more Super Q helpers, unfortunately. This is a timed mode. And we're playing 9-ball again, but this time the shot moves, it doesn't stay in place, and the mode is timed. You do get a bit of time back when you complete a shot. See if we can get 2 off of the pop bumpers. No!
Get the extra ball. Go for the 4-ball.
Haven't collected any yet. 4 balls on the yellow stand-up. There you go. Got 1, we drain. It's not over yet, folks. This is the world's most generous wizard mode. It continues after a drain, so we're going to keep going. Oh, nice lucrative bonus, too. Over $1 million. 1.5. 1.7 million on the bonus.
Shoot again.
All right, well, I think we're at, see if it continues. It's on ball 5 now. We have only 1. Oh, and a bad drain. No. Oh, thank goodness. We're in the grace period.
Go for the 5-ball.
Just missed it.
Shoot for the 6-ball.
6 are the drop targets. On the left. And we're almost timed out.
Get the jackpot.
All right, how embarrassing. I only got 1. So after you time out, then you've got a jackpot award available. it's kind of this kind of lame. I only get 2 million. It is actually 2 million per ball, and so if you get all the way to 9, that is a lot of millions. We only got 1,
Good shot.
but as you will see now, we're still not done. Once you get the wizard mode once, another pool game should get us back in there. We'll try to get more than just 1
The 2 ball.
next
The
time,
3 ball.
if
The
there
5
is a
ball.
next time, if we get there. I'm gonna do my darndest.
Super Q.
We're very close. We're in 9 ball, so it's pretty fast to complete. Extra ball also at the captive ball. Need that.
Extra ball.
Just as I drain. Just as I drain. Were we on ball 3? Let's find out.
Shoot again.
Complete this pool game for Cutthroat Countdown. Yes, I will.
Super Q.
Woo!
Hey,
8 ball.
try it again.
Oh no, and now I'm gonna get that. It was almost advantageous to drain because the super Q's lit. I get it off the plunge. All right,
You got the 9 ball.
Cutthroat back in Cutthroat Countdown. All right, 1 at a time. They move. It's timed. Let's see if we get 1 off the pops. Yes, we got it off the pops. 2 off the pops. No.
Get the 2 ball.
Oh yeah, shot the 2. All right, 3 off the pops. Give it to me. We were already doing better than the
Get
first
the
time
3
around.
ball.
3's upstairs. The nice thing too is making balls extends your time, so you have even better shot at more.
Get the 4 ball.
All right, well, it timed out. Now we're gonna waste a bunch of time on the pop bumpers. I do think maybe the second time around the timer from moving from see, it's definitely faster and harder the second time around because it's the ball's spinning the pop bumpers the entire time. 4 and 5. I didn't even get a chance to shoot it at 4 or 5, so. Well, it might be just the 2. Let's see. Oh, just missed it. Are they more generous with time because there's 3 drop targets? Yes, we got the 6. All right, 7's the drops upstairs.
Go for the 7 ball.
There's only 1 left, actually.
Nice shot.
Now I can actually get multi-ball too
Shoot
during
for the 7
Cutthroat
ball.
Countdown. It's kind of nuts. Oh, got it.
All right.
All right.
Shoot for the 3 ball.
Oh, I need that. We're not done yet. Now we have to go back to 3 upstairs. So, still though, we got
Shoot for the
4.
4 ball.
Oh, timed out already. Yellow off the stand. Yellow stand up for 4.
Get the 5 ball.
All right, got the 5. We're doing all right.
All right. Trick shot.
Shoot for the 3 ball.
Back to the 3.
Get the 4 ball.
4.
All right.
All right, got the 4. What am I missing? Just the 3, I think.
Shoot for the 3 ball.
Yeah, get it, get it! Ha now the 8. Got a shot at completing it.
Go for the 8 ball.
Nice!
Get the jackpot.
Oh, and it's giving me a multi-ball to get the jackpot too, which of course it has to. No time here, so don't let the music stress you. It will try. Nice! How many? That is, we're cashing in, folks. We're cashing in. There's some faces on the billiard balls too. So 16 million, nice. Cutthroat Countdown values doubled. All right, let's keep going.
Shoot for the 1 ball. Yeah.
Yeah, there are 2 million each
Shoot
now.
for the 2 ball.
How's the timer gonna be this time around?
Go for the 3.
There's a 3.
All right.
Another 2 million. It's gonna be a big score.
Shoot for the 4 ball.
Oh, and we drain.
Oh, well.
Whew. That was good, though. 42 million. We're at ball 2.
Shoot for the 4.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
All right. All right.
I got 4 and 5. Oh, and a drain. I think one more ball.
Get the 6 ball.
Shoot for the 7
Oh,
ball.
I thought just as it moved. All right, let's get those drops upstairs. There's 7, 8 in the saucer.
Shoot for the 8 ball.
That's not the saucer. There you go. All right, we still need the 2 and the 6.
Now the 9
Oh, we're
ball.
playing 9 ball.
Shoot for the 2 ball.
2 is also on the rollovers. 45 seconds. Plenty of time.
Go for the 6 ball.
I got there, but just right after it moved. Kind of mean.
Shoot for the 9 ball.
And of course, as it drops downstairs, the shot goes back up to the top.
Now the 2 ball.
There you go.
Now
Why
the
don't you
6
stay up
ball.
there until the 9 goes back? Oh, at least there's only one drop target left. I guess it didn't reset them.
All right. Shoot for the 9 ball.
It's kind of nice. Yeah, got it. Oh, it was moving. It wanted to move. It
Now
wanted
the
to
6
move.
ball.
And all right, now we can't move anywhere because I have all the balls except for the 6. Got it. All
The
right,
jackpot.
big jackpot here.
Super jackpot.
Is this also doubled? Yep, there are 4 each. We've got to make a score here, folks. A mega score. I don't even know why I'm...
Ooh.
36 million. Are you kidding me? Now they're tripled. All right, rotation. This is going to be impossible. I'm playing Cutthroat Countdown in rotation. These balls 1 to 15. I bet you they're going to move super fast. It's cool that it keeps going, though, and the fact that, you know, it gets harder is also cool.
Get the 2 ball. Hey, nice shot. Now the 2 ball.
Get the 3 ball.
Oh, and a bad drain. All right, folks, I think that might be it. Let's see what we got.
Oh, well. All right.
Grand champion score. 95 million for the grand champion score. That's a decent game, folks. Hope you enjoyed it. It's funny. I feel very relieved. You have no idea. Yesterday, I was recording a bunch of games on this, and it takes me more than one. I don't just walk up to the camera and play one game and get a good one. 95 million point game on Breakshot. I'm no Keith Elwin, folks. Yesterday, I played a whole bunch of them, and I did manage a 60 million game, which was, at the time, by far my best ever, like more than doubling my best score ever. And like an idiot, the camera wasn't rolling. I was like taking breaks between games and stuff, and I forgot to hit the button. I get my best score ever on the game, and then it's not recording. So is this one recording? If you're watching this now, it means it was. And if you're not watching because it wasn't recording, well, I feel like an idiot twice as much, so... Well, folks, that was Breakshot by Capcom Pinball, a really fun game. Personally, I really like that it's just so different from its peers in the era, and even still today, there's only so many single-level games without any ramps. It's cool. Now, I'd love to hear your thoughts on the game. Have you played one before? Do you think it's any good? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And with that, I will say good night, everyone. See you in the next video, and until then, go play some pinball.